Hey gang, James Harnsberger here, and this is our 7 secrets my rich clients do. And the cool thing about this is after doing this gig that I've been doing in the tax industry for over 30 some odd years, what I discovered some years back was that a good number of clients that were financially very successful had a number of things that they did that were common, that they all did. And I sort of condensed that down. They're kind of basic, but it's kind of cool that once you understand how it works and how people do it, and you do it yourself, you notice by a magnitude of 10, the impact in not only defining the financial life you desire, but actually living and doing that great financial life that you've created. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to do another follow-up today with Allan, who's going through the 7 Secrets program, and get some feedback from him and check in and just see where he's at and kind of go from there. So Allan, welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Awesome.
Yep.
So we had done some segments with the Dixons,
Yes.
right, and then the Howards,
Yes.
right, and there's some videos about they're going through that Getting Started program, right, and you went through that about 2 years ago, I believe, right?
Yes. Yep.
What was a big part of that? Like with the receipt and the envelope and the little practice exercises. What was that? What was it about that experience that you sitting here today took away from that, where you are today?
Yeah, those receipts and listing all the receipts, you will see the routine, the pattern, the autopilot that you're doing all of those.
Oh, spending your money.
Yeah, spending your money.
Yeah, like I think yours was one that we found was a 7-Eleven thing,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
And I think it was Brazilian coffee, if I recall, right? Was it a Brazilian girl that served coffee at 7-Eleven, or was it Brazilian coffee?
It's a Brazilian dark coffee.
Yeah, I bet it was a Brazilian girl, but that's okay. Okay, and then I think we figured out for 1 month, what was the number again?
It's 177.
107. So let me ask you a question. $177 a month at 7-Eleven. Now, were you buying the 7-Eleven on an installment plan, or
No, it's just their coffee.
Oh, just their coffee. All right, must have been a Brazilian girl. I'm telling you. All right. So that was a takeaway, right?
Yes.
That was a big aha for you. And I tease you about it. You know, tease
Yeah,
it, right?
of course, yes.
That's a lot of coffee. And you went through that whole program, and then I think it was about probably maybe around October of last year,
Yes.
you started taking the steps going into these 7 steps, these 7 secrets, right?
That's
And you
correct.
did a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, you've done, I think, on every one of them, you've done something. So I want to hone in today. First, just give me a general sense, and people that are watching, give me a general sense of how this program has really helped you take leaps and bounds forward in your financial life.
Yes, and you will recognize where you are. You will see that you're here, and then you want to be there. And then by doing that, there's some steps. You have to start from there and then go backward from where you are.
Work your way back.
Exactly.
You define there first. I want to be there financially. And then work yourself back to I'm here financially.
Exactly, yeah.
And now you've created a map.
Yeah.
Make a plan.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
A map.
Yes.
All right. And so you've gone through all of that. I think on the last time that we did an interview, if I recall, you had done very well financially, not only in the role that you have in your work, but in your bank account grew over the time, right?
Yep.
Right. I think we're driving a really cool car now, right? Yeah, and can afford that, right? You stepped that up, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And then I believe that you also, in part of the mentoring that we were doing, I was providing for you, you initially set up a an account to invest in stock,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
So initially, how did that work out for you when you found that you could open up an account and buy some stock?
Yeah, initially, yeah, you told me way back like about a year and a half ago that why don't you buy stocks on a merit trade? And then you're the one who told me that, so I went and buy stocks, and then put like 1,000 there, something like that, and then I went and put buy stocks, and then I said, oh, it went green. Actually, I have money, so I went and put more, and then I went and buy more, and I have a value on my stocks that grew 13,000. I see the
Wow.
value on my stocks.
Wow, that's
So
awesome.
wow, I have stocks. So lately, like about end of February, and then I talked to you because you're doing them, and I talked if you can mentor me doing these stocks, and they said, oh, let me see your account. So I said, oh, I have the stocks, I have 13,000, and then where? And then you said that it's the value is the 13,000, but it's not cash. Because I didn't cash it.
Your stocks had grown into the 13,000 in value, and you got confused and thought you had 13,000.
Yes.
And you didn't.
Yeah.
The stocks had made a profit,
Yeah.
but they were sitting there and doing nothing.
Yep. Yep.
And risking that the profit would be taken back by the market
Yes.
if it goes down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So we fixed that and we harvested our profit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you wanted to do more in learning about the day trading.
Exactly.
Right? And so I believe it's right about 1 month, right?
Yes.
That we've been in this. And tell me the number that your account has grown by, including your profit.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. For me, it's less than a month because when I started it, like toward the end of February.
Last week of February.
Last week of February.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3 weeks. And now the value come up 20,000.
20,000.
20,000, yeah.
So you're up in cash.
In cash.
20,000 in profits that you've taken doing the day trading the way that I've shown you that model works, right? And and you've got more value because you've got more cash for more stock.
Yeah.
And so now you're learning that when you buy a stock to make a profit, you don't sit it on the side of the road to sit on the profit.
Yeah.
You got to actually sell it to take the profit.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So you got that figured out now, right?
I figured it
and
out.
that's working for you.
Yeah, it's working for me.
Obviously, 20 grand's a pretty big number in a short period, right?
Yep.
So going back to 7 Secrets, because that's one of the secrets, creating multiple streams of income, right? And when you can do it at that level, would you agree that that can be a game changer in terms of your financial life?
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. Because despite of this, what's going on in COVID, the business is not as well as before the COVID.
Right.
But that thing doesn't hold me back. I moved forward, and then I found you. I asked you to mentor me on the stock. So no one can hold you back if you are really engaged to succeed on your financial.
Nothing's going to hold you back, and nobody's going to hold you back.
Nobody.
So what's one of the takeaways because the stock day trading is kind of like a popular thing, right? A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
I think one of the studies I read was like more than 70% of the people lose money day trading, right? They probably do that other model where they make the profit, but then they don't sell the stock to take the profit, right?
Yeah.
You can see the difference between investing in the stock market for the long term. You buy a stock and hold it for long-term growth, right?
Yep.
There you're going to care about maybe the fundamentals of the company, how long has the company been around, right, like that.
Yeah.
Day trading, you don't really care, do you?
No, it doesn't.
You're looking at a price action of, like in your case, I think we set it between $5 and $8 a share, right?
Yeah.
That stock might move, right?
Yep.
So you're just catching it in those ranges, right? We call that range trading, right? Or channel trading. And then you're also using and learning with the stuff that we're working together on, you're learning the pattern day trading to do both on one platform, right?
Exactly.
So how is that working out? I understand you took some profit even this week.
Oh yeah. Before dinner last night, I made 3,100.
Before dinner
Yeah.
in the stock market, you made 3,100.
Yes.
Hope you had a good dinner.
And then before lunch, I make 2,500. Before breakfast this morning, I make 2,500.
Again.
Again.
On another trade.
Another trade.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're up $5,600
Yeah.
and it's Tuesday.
And it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. You have another 20 grand by Friday at that rate.
Yeah.
I don't make light of this. I want to make it important because before that, you knew nothing about the stock market and you knew nothing a month ago about day trading.
Yeah. Nope.
All right.
No.
And you've been able to do that.
Yes.
Right. So I think the proof is really in what you're able to do, right?
Yes.
You can say anything, but that's what you did, right? You kept your records and all of that, so you know what worked and what didn't work, right?
Exactly, yeah. And the money on the account will prove that.
The balance of cash in your account.
Yeah.
That's not your value. That's how much money you made.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll qualify for that special tax treatment as a pattern day trader, so you can count everything from mark to market. It's a little complicated, but basically some big advantages.
Yeah.
So let me ask you in terms of the 7 Secrets program, because what you're doing is going through each one of these 7 things and finding out how to apply it and design it in your life. Because you've already gone through the Get Ready.
Yes.
You went through the Get Started program. Now you're doing the 7 Secrets, actually all 7 of these things. Like, I think you're even working on the real estate thing too.
Yes, yeah.
So tell me what's your big takeaway now in terms of how 7 Secrets as a program has worked for you.
Yeah, to know your financial, be engaged to your financial.
Okay.
And knowing that you know that you're here, that you define where you want to be. Financially. That's what I think that's the big takeaway from me. Because if you're not defining where you want to be, you doesn't know where to go. You're lost.
How do you know that you ever get there, right?
Yeah.
If you don't define there.
Yes.
And what in terms of just some basic daily, day-to-day life lessons have you learned?
That's for instance, that receipts. That's one for me that if you recognize or know what you're buying, because you're aware, you're curious, like those autopilots that you're doing.
Autopay, autopilot, autoship,
autoships,
right.
All of those.
Autopour.
All of those is you're aware.
Right.
For all of those. So it means that you're engaged to your financial.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of now let's see, we're almost at the end of March. So you got about 9 more months and a week left in the year. So do you have a clearer picture today of where you are going to be at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. In terms of stocks, are probably maybe like about $250,000 on the account.
All right.
On the range that we're doing right now.
Okay.
It's $250,000 by the end of the year.
So building your account up to $250,000 by the end of the year.
By the end of the
year.
year.
At that rate, you probably do that before Thanksgiving or even Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What else is on the financial horizon?
And the rental properties.
Okay.
By the end of the year, we'll have that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And my understanding was that you're now mentoring your son, kind of like how you're being mentored, right?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah. Being millennials, sometimes they are stubborn. But
children can be stubborn, and parents can be stubborn, right?
But if you show them the proof,
okay,
they will start respecting you and they're listening to you.
So is he listening now? Yeah, I would think with those kind of results. Yeah. And I think you even shared with me, he still has that mindset maybe that you did. And I think even I did way back in the day when I was, I've done stock trading for a long time, but I'm doing the same thing with combining these 2 patterns together because it's a very powerful, very powerful. I think I'm up, for Susan and I'm up over like $40,000, almost $60,000 now, and it's March, right? I think your son was fixated on buying the cheap
Yeah.
stocks,
Yeah.
the ones that were small dollars.
Yeah.
Or like penny stocks. And
Yeah.
my joke about penny stocks is you give them $1 for the stock and then it goes down in value and they give you back a penny, right? And that's what it's now worth.
Yeah.
That's why they call it penny stock.
Yep.
You were fortunate. You're one out of 1,000 that didn't lose money in a penny stock. So he was focused on the small dollar
Yes.
stocks, right? Not realizing that the price of the stock doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's how much the swing price action is.
Yeah.
And if you have a swing in the stock's price between $5 to $8, right, in
Yeah.
that range,
Yes.
in range trading, then you can make a significant amount of money
Yeah.
if you do everything correctly, right?
Yeah.
And you've discovered that.
Yes.
So has that changed your thinking about the price of the stock?
Yes. Yeah, because in the beginning, if you're new on the stocks, it's like you're
You don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're hesitate to spend money
Right.
because you think that you're gonna lose. So you just want to test the water. You put a small amount in there. You buy the penny stock like 58 cents. You buy 1,000 of that, and then you make a little. But because that's for you, that's affordable. Even I lose it, that's fine.
Right.
Until you get it. But even though you're doing that, if you doesn't know the concept of day trading, you thought that you already have a money because you see the value, but until you cash it, you don't have a profit.
That's right. There's no profit till you sell.
there's
Close your
nothing, yeah.
position.
Yep.
Right.
Until you introduce the concept that you doesn't need to see the number of stocks that you buy, but the how much is it? So
How much is the differential that it swings?
how much, and you're looking at your profit.
Your profit.
Yeah, the
That's the
profit
only
is the
reason
money,
you
yeah.
do it, for a profit.
Yeah. So
right?
calculate your profit, how much profit you want, and then you work from there.
And then you work from there.
Yeah.
So again, you're defining what you want and working back to get what you want.
Yeah.
And so that makes it a little bit easier picking when you open the position and when you close the position,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're not buying and selling. We're opening and closing
Yeah.
positions
Yes.
on a scale,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And that's all you're doing.
Yep.
You don't care about the company, right?
No.
Who cares what the
Who
company
cares,
does, right? You're not investing for the next 40 years, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the next 40 minutes, right?
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
40 hours,
Yeah.
maybe at the
Yeah.
most, right?
Yeah.
All right. So for somebody watching that might have, say that's kind of hard to believe. Obviously, they can contact you and you'd be
yes.
happy to talk to
Oh,
them,
yeah,
show them whatever you need to show
Yeah,
them. I'm
yeah.
happy to do that,
Yeah.
right? What would you tell somebody that's thinking about getting into trying to build their financial life and start doing a lot of stuff, and they just want to jump right ahead and start into doing something like this, and they don't need to get started? They're already ready and ready to go. What would you caution them or tell them?
For those people that wants to start it like that, is found somebody that can mentor you, because there's only so much things that we can know, but there's some other people that expert and they can tell you. And the when you go to your account, the value is not that's not the cash, that's not the profit. So that's confused me a lot, and that's my takeaway. So listen to the expert and research and dig more and learn more.
But if they're not willing to do the things to prepare the groundwork, like what the Get Started program does, right? If they're not willing to do something like that, then wouldn't you agree that that's a much riskier process?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Because you spent all that time going through that Get Started process before you even tried to do any of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that, about people wanting to just take a shortcut and let me just learn how to day trade.
That's not gonna work, because you will lose your money if you're doing the shortcut. Doing there more strategy, more tactic, that's how you gain.
Yeah, and you don't have the financial foundation.
Yep.
You don't know where your money's going. You
Yeah.
don't have the money. Do you have to have a money discipline when you're doing day trading?
No,
No money discipline
no
at all?
No money. But right now, I have a money discipline now.
But so you do have to have a money
Oh, yeah.
discipline.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have one, then what happens?
Then you're gonna lose all your money.
Okay. So you don't figure your gains or your profits based on a percentage. You figure the dollars
Yes.
that you want,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
After your account gets to a certain amount of profit, do you have a plan for those surplus profits to go do something else?
Oh, yes.
What are they going to do then?
Yeah. That's real estate.
Real estate.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been feeding into the stock market. Now the stock market's working and it's going to be feeding you more profits, and the profits build up, and then you're going to take the profits from that, and that's going to feed and fund into you going into real estate, which will feed you some more income.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So you've kind of set up kind of a similar plan, right?
Exactly.
Tell me about how you feel today compared to 5 or 6 years ago, that you actually have an engagement in your financial life and you actually know where you're going. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's a different feeling if you have the financial, if you have a plan, if you have a directions, if you know where you go. It's a different feeling. It's like more live. It's feeling of foolishness. It's not empty. Not
Right.
like before that. He doesn't know. He just like a flag that just going wherever the wind goes.
Right.
So having all of this, doing the 7 secrets, it's really a life changes.
Change your life.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And you did all the work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In terms of the difference that you have today in the ability to take more time to do things that you want to do, has this given you, this creating this part of your financial life, has that given you more freedom to do that? Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, and like what my role in the company and giving more financials, you get freedom. You get freedom to do the things that you want because you have a financial to use it. You have the tools. Because sometimes money, we can just consider the tools because that's what you use to do things that you do.
And you made $2,500 before breakfast, right?
Yeah.
So technically, that could be a day if you wanted to take off and go down and go out on the bay, or go up to Disneyland, or is Disneyland even open? Something like that, right?
I don't think.
You have the financial freedom to do that.
Yes.
You have, in other words, you have the financial freedom to do more shit right now, right?
Yeah.
More stuff,
Yeah.
right? All right. So for all you Brazilian ladies serving Brazilian dark coffee, yes, Alan is single, and he does like Brazilian coffee. I'm just teasing. Last point. Going forward in the next 90 days, that's April, May, June, do you have a game plan that you're putting together a little bit about what you're going to be doing in your financial life?
Yeah. Yes, and building more cash on my portfolio, on the stocks, because I believe right now this economy, that's the most reasonable or most that you can get a cash.
Highest cash return
Yep.
is going to be in the day trading model that you're doing.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
Yep.
And then in terms of other things that you're positioning in the next 90 days, April, May, and June, what other things that you're looking at right now, looking at doing?
It's the property that we're
The real estate.
The real estate.
Okay, good. So you're getting close to
Yeah.
maybe pulling the trigger on a real estate deal.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of progress in like less than 2 years,
Oh yes. Yeah.
right? That's like complete shift, right? No longer in the position where you feel like you're working hard for your money's starting to work for you.
Yeah. Can feel that.
And that's a big, big jump in a short period of time.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Yeah. Feel awesome. Feel awesome.
Feels awesome. You can't already stop smiling. Yeah, it feels awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I think what we'll do is we're going to keep following up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Bring you back in, maybe in another 4 or 5 weeks. Do another follow-up. We'll measure and see how much is the portfolio. We'll see where you're at with the real estate deal that you're getting ready to put together.
Yeah.
I think you said something about like a duplex or
Yeah,
something.
duplex.
Now, were you gonna like buy it and live in part and rent the other, and
Yes.
take advantage of all those tax
Yes.
benefits?
Yeah, I'll live on the other part and then rent it out.
Okay, and then after about a year or two, then you'll rent them both out and go do it
And
again,
do it
right?
there again.
That's
yeah.
awesome, dude. That is just awesome. It sounds like you got a great plan. All right. So again, the sort of the loose way that we kind of do shit around here is, I do a podcast every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, called Getting Started. Then we have a program called Get Started. And then we have a program once you have gotten started, that you get ready to do. And that's going into the 7 secrets where you're actually doing shit that defines and creates the financial life that you really desire. If you're sitting on the couch and maybe you're eating some Cheetos and watching Oprah or something, and you want something more out of life, then maybe check it out. I don't know, or not. Cheetos are good, but how's it working for you and your money? I don't know. The bottom line is you can have any life that you want financially, but what are you willing to do? Are you willing to do your best, which, by the way, will never be enough? It will never be enough. Or are you willing to do whatever it takes to create the financial life you desire? And if you need help, are you asking for help? Do you need a mentor? Or are you asking for a mentor? Do you need information? Or are you asking for information? Shit doesn't just show up because you want it. You got to actually go out, stake a claim, get it, bring it back, and use it. And that's kind of how it works, at least as long as I've been alive. It doesn't work any different today. What we hope is that you get something out of this that sparks that one thing that will get you to do something and start doing instead of deciding. You've already decided you want a financial life that's different, and that includes more. So that's already decided. You don't have anything to decide. Now start doing. Do something to that end. This is James Harnsberger, 7 Secrets, Wealth by Design. I will see you on the next take.